Welcome to Pagan Crafting. I'm your local art and green witch. Today we're going to make a spirit jar for divination. This spirit jar is made and infused with the essence of your energy. Join me today if you want to learn this divination way. Okay, so starting off, the supplies that we're going to need are clear quartz crystal, rose quartz crystal, amethyst crystal, tiger's eye crystal. Now I'm going to go through the meanings of the crystals later and why I chose them, but you can interpret to your own and rock in your own, whichever you have. This is some sea salt, as well as a clear glass, not plastic. We don't want plastic interrupting the spirit essence. Now this is a nice little inexpensive rose quartz pendulum, rocking in the love. And I just don't use anything too expensive, just something very little, very small that you can let go of. Starting off with our glass jar, we're going to cleanse the jar with an incense stick. Moving clockwise motion. As well as the outside and in. You don't need to recap the jar. I just like seeing the smoke inside hovering for a while. Then when I open it, it escapes. It just looks really cool. There's no reason for it. But anyway, rocking in now the sea salt. Now, sea salt is renowned for cleansing and purifying properties. It's really considered sacred in many cultures and traditions, but salt can be offered as a symbol of purification, gratitude, and protection. I'm going to be using this in this case for gratitude and protection, as well as purifying the stones in the ground that I'm rocking on. Now into the clear quartz crystal. It's a power stone that harmonizes in balance. It energizes energy around it, yet it absorbs, it amplifies, it balances, it stores, it focuses, it transmits, and it channels universal energy. It's excellent for unblocking. So I'm using all these different stones to rock in different things to help me when I go to do any spirit work. In this case, I'm going to be using the clear quartz crystals for a focus, transmitting, channeling, and also like a meditative work. Rocking in the rose quartz crystal now. The magical properties of rose quartz is a healing crystal and a stone of unconditional love, hence why I chose it also as my pendulum. It's believed some to emit the strongest vibrations of love, which are thought to support emotional relationship healing and inspire compassion. Now rocking in the amethyst. The amethyst are reported to open a person's third eye. The third eye is considered a source of power and wisdom. This crystal is believed the person can use the amethyst to enhance spiritual visions and enlightenment. Ooh, so I'm going to be using this too to helping me bringing in more in tune with the divine and clarity and peacefulness. I will also extend to the waking mind and the third eye. The tiger's eye is an earthly stone. When you feel more grounded, it helps provide more spiritual stability and allow you to tap into deeper levels of your subconscious. It also helps bring out levels of self-conscious and also remains confident and grounded, a solid foundation beneath you. And that is also good to have when doing any spirit workings with your spirit jar. Now I have a little hole in the opening of the jar. It came with a hole, but you can also drill out a hole or tap in a nail in the top of the jar and create a hole. So what I'm doing here is measuring how high up I need the pendulum. It all depends on your spirit jar and how many crystals that you placed inside your jar. Using some hot glue. I'm going to paste a bit of hot glue on the inside of the lid first. Don't mind the moss on my hot glue gun. That's okay. And have a little bit more glue on the top. Don't go too much because we're going to do a little wax stamp seal, or you could use a candle wax. Clipping away the excess chain that you no longer need. I'm going to use purple metallic and copper metallic from my wax stamp seal. It's going to look so cool. So I'm doing a double pour here because my jar is quite large. And I thought I would use a little sacred geometry for my wax stamp seal. Now another one that I could have used for protection is my pentacle, but I was moved to use this stamp in this case, and it was just for more what I was told to use. No rhyme or reason there. Whatever you have will work. Now we have our spirit jar. Now what do we do with our spirit jar? Well, it's going to tell you like a pendulum. It's going to give you yes and no answers. But it doesn't work by you touching it. I tried using Reiki, I tried using energy, and it did not work. So I brought it to a cemetery. So please stay tuned for part 2. Does it work? Will it work? Part 2 will be, I believe, testing at a grave. And that will be at my grandfather's grave. So you'll be able to find out if that works or not. So stay tuned for part 2 and join me then. And have yourself a magical day.